That's great to know. And now we are back to having to discuss about societal issues. So I'm sure that you got to see this particular story, this one here, about the police. Coming from the Police Community Relations Committee, saying that hatred for Nigerian police is affecting security. Now, the Police Community Relations Committee has said that widespread hatred towards the officers of the Nigerian police is affecting security in the country. The national chairman of the PCRC, Mogaji Olaniyan, who addressed newsmen at the 40th celebration ceremony of the committee held in Abeokuta, Ogun State capital, stated that the PCRC is fostering a permanent relationship between members of the community and the police in order to end the ugly narrative. Now, in his words, which I will quote, he said, "We are calling that people should love the Nigeria police. This is what they lack right from childhood. We have created enmity between our children and the Nigeria police. This hatred starts from our home. For instance, if parents want to scold their children, they will say, 'I will call the police for you.' This is why our children grow up with hatred for the police, and that is why we are trying to stop this narrative." Now, Ibn Abu, I'm sure you've seen this story. And well, when I first saw it, like the first thing that came to my mind was, going back to the narratives that have been, communicated about the police. I remember growing up, we used to say that the police is your friend. The police is your friend. But what we get to see on our day-to-day running on the road, your Nigerians and their interaction with the police, you'd say, it's actually contrary to this belief system we always had. And even this particular perception of the police also gets to be communicated in our movies as well, on the media as well. So will we say that this is something that is majorly caused by the individuals or by the police themselves in their interactions with citizens?
Okay, okay. Thank you, Miracle.
Mm,
You see, there is, the man said a whole lot of other things,
mm,
but I think whoever posted that just picked that out of it.
mm,
And I would say that I totally do not agree with that. Yet one, because if we as a child, then I understood policemen to be law enforcers. So even if I want to quote him from what he said, that the reason for the hatred could be that when parents, threaten their children with the police. Yes, people do not just threaten their children with police. For example,
mm.
some parents will threaten their children with soldiers, military officers. Does that mean that we all hate military officers?
Mm.
No. So it was trying to just address a lot of issues that could have caused the strain in the relationship between the police and the community members. Okay, so you see, we have to understand what PCRC stands for. That is the Police Community
Mm.
Relations Committee. They they celebrated the 40th anniversary last week. I attended some of their programs. I was invited actually. So, as PCRC is what we call the bridge builders between the police and the community members. And, they are honestly, if you have not had some issues, you wouldn't understand what PCRC is doing in your community. They are working assiduously to ameliorate the strained relationship between the police and the people. They are trying to build trust, to improve communication and so on and so on between the police and the community members.
Mm.
They are, when you talk about mediators, they are mediators for the police and the people. But then again, let's go back to the hatred. You see, we, in some families, you have some uncles or some daddies that are, everybody knows them in the family. Like, this particular person is around, everybody must behave themselves. That does not mean that you will grow up into your adulthood and hate this person. Yes, sometimes it could create fear in you, but older, you now get to understand, you know, the blessings of that person's character in your life, how that person's action, presence, and everything had helped to shape you to the better person that you are today as an adult. But the case is different with the police. And all of this were mentioned too. You see, how you want to ask yourself, how did we get here? Are we going to talk about the corruption within the police? Are we going to talk about how some of them engage in this corruption practices? Like we all know, I mean, nobody will stand here and deny the fact that we have some officers who are perpetual extortionists. They will extort you. The moment they realize that you don't even know your rights, they begin to extort you. Some of them engage in bribery. Some of them abuse their power. Some of them are so high-handed. That is and that is the fact. Because most of us have had, at some point, have had our own bit of, experience from one of these, from some police officers. This is not to say that all of the officers are the same. There are some fine policemen that, and policewomen too, that when you get to know them, you want to be an officer, you want to be a police officer. But the truth of the matter is, the majority of those who are on the roads, especially at the checkpoints and all of that, they are not portraying the Nigerian police in the right light. So what do you expect from people? So it is not about a parent telling a child or scaring a child by saying, I would call the police for you and all of that, that created this hatred. This was created by the police themselves, some of these police officers themselves. There have been so many cases of, because, what will create this dislike from you to another person? There are so many. Now, you are supposed to protect me. You are paid to protect me. You are a police officer. Your job is to protect me. When I see an officer, I should feel safe. But it doesn't happen like that in all cases. There are some times that it is this officer that will even endanger your life. They frustrate you. They make you want to break the law. I remember when I was on a particular highway, the Ijebu-Ode Epe highway, and at a point there was a checkpoint, and right in front of me, a vehicle was driving on the highway, and the officers were trying to flag this vehicle down, and this vehicle just sped past them, and you could have hit one of them. And they were just there. I thought they would have been making some calls, pick up their radio and begin to, raise an alarm concerning that vehicle. They were just there. They did nothing. So I asked myself that, okay, so this is it. So all of us just speed past these people and not mind them. Or are they not police? Are they what that person in that vehicle, maybe that person had an idea of who they were and who didn't. So I became scared. Could they be armed robbers?
Hmm.
Could they be what? Are they known for some notorious activities there, even if they're officers? So many things,
Hmm.
so many questions ran out in my head within a few seconds, you know. So within the seconds, a lot of things ran through my head. This is not good. This is not good. When an officer flags you down, you slow down and respond to them. Probably there are some things or some activities ongoing. That is why that whoever was in that vehicle behaved the way he behaved, which is very bad. So you see, until we have a very sincere and a very fair overhauling in the police, that respect, that acknowledgement that they deserve, they may not necessarily get it.
Hmm.
Because see, I could recall a particular case. I was a teenager then. There was an issue between two persons. It happened that one of them, I mean, the other person was my mom's, I think my mom's nephew. And they got to the police station, and I don't know what happened. And the next thing, one man just called the other man to a corner and they started discussing. At the end of the day, they came out and said, okay, hey, young man, yes. He was yet to explain what happened to them. He was yet to write anything. And they didn't know who my father was. So they were about to mess themselves up. You can imagine what I'm trying to walk you through what happened over 30 years ago.
Hmm.
Are you getting me?
Yes, of
So
course.
now, since then till now, the story is still the same.
And
It is on.
yeah, and also just like you said, there have also been some other people who've had different comments on this particular issue. You know, someone said that he was robbed, and the police begged him to go and make a formal report. When he did that, the police demanded money from him, that he had to wait, and that he needed transportation. There have also been people who have said that, you know, they can never forget the time when they were slapped by the police, you know, for one issue or the other. Some also having to say that sometimes they've made reports and all of that, but they've had their issues or the cases they've reported stalled because of maybe a delayed response by the police as well. And we get to see that these are conversations that are still, you know, ongoing, just like you shared. Equally,
Mm,
different administrations have come out to say they are going to do an overhaul of the police, that there's going to be some level of reforms, but it looks like these things are taking time to be implemented. It also looks like, oh, okay, when we talk about reforming the police, we're still talking about the individuals who are part of the police. So what happens during the recruitment you know, process? Are these people just brought in? Are they not orientated on what is expected of them as the Nigerian police, being that they are going to have some sort of relationship, some sort of interaction with the citizens that they've been called to serve?
it's very unfortunate, like you rightly said. I mean, government upon government have come on board to say there will be an overhaul of the police, but we are yet to see. We're yet to see. Whatever they come up with are always very, very short-lived.
Hmm.
They'll come up with a particular program, and then before you know it, they just give it a few weeks or a few months. It's dead and gone. So it would take a very deliberate government, a very intentional government,
Hmm.
to stand and say, yes, we want to overhaul the Nigerian police, and they do as they have said. And then the citizens begin to experience it. See, Nigerians are not difficult people. Trust me. It doesn't take too much to to gain our love, our trust. The same way it doesn't take too much for us to distrust you.
Hmm.
Because there is no way, I mean, there is hardly a family that will come out and tell you that they have not had their own fair share of the high-handedness and the other very, very unfriendly, you know, attitude from an average Nigerian policeman. The problem here is there are no deterrents in place. I was at a particular place. Something happened between a public transport and a private car, and an officer. Let me say, let me believe he was actually an officer. He came out of the bus and said, I didn't think he was on his uniform. He would have beaten the driver of the other car black and blue. I mean, so you can imagine what an average officer would, have in his head, what he would do with his uniform. With your uniform, you would extort. With your uniform, you would collect bribe. With your uniform, you would abuse your powers. With your uniform, you have been able to erode public trust. And then you are coming to say that it is because parents. You see, sometimes the problem we have is that we are not true to ourselves. We're not facing our realities. We're not ready to make amends. We're not ready for the next level. Because you see, until you face your reality, until you tell yourself the truth that these are the things we are doing that is bad and we need to change. Because trust me, each time I come across a police officer who has been able to represent the police force positively, I'm always excited.
Of course.
I can't get over it. It's like, who is this person? Are you a Nigerian police officer? Because it's very uncommon. And it is very disheartening because these ones, their efforts are being rubbished by the black sheep in the police. We have great policemen. We have fantastic policewomen. These ones, when you come across them, you have any form of interaction with them, you will be proud to call them Nigerian police officers. But unfortunately, we tend to come across the bad ones more often than we come across the good ones. So the opinion has already been formed. So it is now left for the IG to come up with strategies to cleanse the Nigerian police. It has become imperative. People would rather let go of the case or apply jungle justice rather than involving the police, which is what the PCLC have, you know, embodying themselves with, if I can use that word. And they are trying to make sure that, they create this trust between the community members and the police, which is good. It will be good for the community members and it will be good for the police. But then again, if we don't say the way it is, if we don't address the real issues, we won't get the right answers. That is the truth.
Absolutely.
We have to face our reality. These are the things that are affecting the relationship between the police and the people. Once we can address that, once we can take that out of the equation, we will have fantastic relationship. Do I want to? I should appreciate the police officer because do you know how many police officers have been killed while on duty? So the others, the ones who are painting the image of the police should be punished so that there will be sanity within the police force. There will be sanity, and then gradually they will earn back their respect.
All right.
They should be respected. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ibinabo, for your, views on this particular discussion. But we'd like to get to know from you as well, who's listening. What has been your interaction with the Nigerian police? Is there someone you'd like to call in to, appreciate for their good work? Is there a part of their activities that you would like to bring to the light right here on Women Radio 91.7? Let's get to hear from you. The numbers to call: 070 07000 917 917 or 070 53537. If you do want to send a WhatsApp or send an SMS, 0703 175 6537, you can get to call in via 07000 917 917. We'd like to hear from you. This is off from the statement by the Police Community Relations Committee that hatred for the Nigerian police is affecting security. Do you agree or not? And do you think that, citizens can actually do better? Do want to stay tuned. It's still Women Radio 91.7 and it is Panorama.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your girl again. You are listening to WFM 91.7. Yeah. Keep your ear tuning. That's it. Bye-bye.
Madam, you don't try this new Lush Hair 4-in-1 no lie relaxer kit. We get free neutralizing shampoo and conditioner join.
What? Me, I know deal.
You don't even sabi waiting the apple for town. You see this Lush Hair relaxer so.
You know the pepper. You know even make your hair shine like oil.
That's so. Lush Hair correct. We no go make your hair pot. We no go make your hair dry. You know the pepper and they relax hair well.
Oh my God.
Lush hair, be beautiful.
Mama pikin, come close make I yarn you better talk. Brekete says they say make you don ready before the time wey you go born. Begin dey plan all the things wey you go need before the time reach to born. No forget say you go need padi wey go fit support you go hospital when time reach to born or if any problem wan show. So therefore, begin arrange things now to avoid rush when the time come. And mama I too know, we know say you don born before, but abeg carry person follow you as you dey go hospital this time around. Hey, I don almost forget. Mama pikin, exercise dey part of the healthy preparation wey go help you give birth safely when the time come. So try the exercise small o. For more information, abeg call 0816 782 4653.
This message is brought to you by MRHRC, the Maternal and Reproductive Health Research Collective.
Hey children, we have something special for you. So Children's Day is coming soon in May. And guess what? Women Radio is throwing an amazing party for you with lots of games, music, food and prizes just for you. And yay, you will get to play with other children and make new friends. What are you waiting for? Tell your mommy and daddy that May 27 is all for you. Yes, all for you. Venue is from Top Schools, 2122, Journalist Estate Road, Ariko, Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Date is 27 May 2024. Time is 10 a.m. For more inquiries, please call 0905 555 8668 or 806 009 2137 or 0816 060 5673. Let's celebrate Children's Day together.
Madam, you don't try this new Lush Hair 4-in-1 no lie relaxer kit. We get free neutralizing shampoo and conditioner join.
What? Me, I know deal.
You not even sabi waiting the apple for town. You see this Lush Hair relaxer so.
You know the pepper. You know the bond. You go even make your hair shine like oil.
That's so. Lush Hair relaxer kit na correct. We no go make your hair pot. We no go make your hair dry. You know the pepper and they relax hair well.
Oh my God.
Lush hair, be beautiful.
Màmá Tinúkẹ́ ó yá súnmọ́ bí jẹ́ ń bọ́ sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Ọjọ́ ìkúnlẹ̀ rẹ ti súnmọ́. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣètò ohun gbogbo tó máa nílò kó tó di wípé ọjọ́ náà pé. Má gbàgbé wípé o nílò èèyàn tí yóò pèsè ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún ọ láti lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn nígbà tásìkò bá tó. Tàbí tí ìṣòro bá wáyé. Yára bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í tu ẹrù rẹ náà èsè yẹn láti dènà ìgbáradì pàjáwìrì tákòókò bá tó. Ìyá ọlọ́mọ á mọ̀ wípé ẹ ti bímọ rí ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ mú ẹnìkan dání lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn lọ́tẹ̀ yìí o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ là ń bẹ̀ yín. Mo mọ̀ tí fẹ́ gbàgbé ìyá àbúrò ẹ gbìyànjú láti máa ṣeré ìdárayá ráńpẹ́ bó tiẹ̀ ṣe díẹ̀ kẹ́sẹ̀ ò lè bá àtẹlẹ̀ láyọ̀ náà ni. Fún ìwádìí tàbí àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ lè pè wá lórí aago pẹ̀lú nọ́mbà yìí 08167824653.
This message is brought to you by MRHRC, the Maternal and Reproductive Health Research Collective.
A market for markets, economic showcase of Nigeria's backbones.
SME Mart celebrates innovations of small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. The huge role you play in Nigeria's economy. We celebrate the gains, we learn from the losses, we identify the risks, and we explore the Nigerian venture. SME Mart, your radio business hub. Mondays, 11 a.m. on Women Radio 0.7.
Madam, you don't try this new Lush Hair 4-in-1 no lie relaxer kit wey get free neutralizing shampoo and conditioner join.
What? Me, I no deal.
You no even sabi wetin dey happen for town. You see this Lush Hair relaxer so?
E no dey pepper, e no dey burn. E go even make your hair shine like oil.
Na so, Lush Hair relaxer kit na correct. Wey no go make your hair cut, wey no go make your hair dry. E no dey pepper and e dey relax hair well well. Come buy your own.
Lush Hair. Be beautiful.
Iléeṣẹ́ rédíò àkọ́kọ́ nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn obìnrin jẹ́ lógún púpọ̀ WFM 91.7 ti gbé àrà titun àti ètò titun wá sí etí ìgbọ́yín o. Ètò yìí ni a pè ní Láwùjọ Obìnrin, níbi tí a ó ti máa gbé àwọn ètò ọlọ́kan-ò-jọ̀kan tó ní í ṣe pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn obìnrin sórí afẹ́fẹ́. A ó máa bá ara wa jíròrò, gba ara wa níyànjú, a ó sì máa ṣe ara wa létí. Èmi ọ̀rẹ́ yín, ìyáàfin Florence Ọládọ̀tun Àmọ́ ni yóò máa ṣe atọ́kùn ètò yìí. Ẹ tẹ́tí sí wa ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Ajé Monday láti agogo 2 sí 3 ọ̀sán fún ètò Láwùjọ Obìnrin láti iléeṣẹ́ WFM 91.7. Ètò Láwùjọ Obìnrin á sọ wá di obìnrin rere àti ọmọ Nàìjíríà rere.
Ṣèmi lóbìnrin rere, ṣèmi láwòkọ́ṣe rere láwùjọ obìnrin.
Madam, you don't try this new Lush Hair 4-in-1 no lie relaxer kit wey get free neutralizing shampoo and conditioner join.
What? Me, I no deal.
You no even sabi wetin dey happen for town. You see this Lush Hair relaxer so?
E no dey pepper, e no dey burn. E go even make your hair shine like oil.
Na so, Lush Hair relaxer kit na correct. Wey no go make your hair cut, wey no go make your hair dry. E no dey pepper and e dey relax hair well well. Come buy your own.
Lush Hair. Be beautiful.
We are Nigeria's only radio station for women and their family.
And that's right, we are Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. Welcome to Panorama. Yes, Monday's edition of Panorama right here on Women Radio 91.7. I am Miracle Phillip and I've got with me Ibinabo Dixon as we are discussing on some very pressing societal issues. We're getting to dissect each and every one of them as we bring them forward to the house this morning. And just before we took that break, we had to talk about the Nigerian police. And of course, we said the Police Community Relations Committee said that there has been widespread hatred for the Nigerian police, and this is affecting the delivery of security. And of course, I put out the phone lines, which are 07000 917 917 or 073 175 6537. I'd like to know what has been your interaction with the police. What do you think can be done to improve upon their delivery in their service? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, we missed that call right there, but you can do well to keep your call coming in. You can also drop an SMS to 0703 175 6537 or in 07000 917 917. Perhaps there's something you'd like to bring to our attention concerning your interaction with the police, the Nigerian police force. Let's get to hear from you this morning, or possibly there's someone you'd like to praise as well who has been able to deliver on the mandate, I would call that. But yes, as we also progress, we've got another discussion that we'll be bringing forward to the house this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, you need to do all to call us back again so that we can get to hear from you. But then there's this particular story that was actually circulating on the internet as it yesterday, day before yesterday. Yes, it was a story about a pregnant woman who had actually lost her life after refusing to stay in the hospital to be monitored because of her other children who were all by themselves at home. And I'd like to read this particular story, the way it actually came through. So the person who posted this said, yesterday I checked the BP of a pregnant woman, which was 80/44, and she had a low BP. I notified the doctor and she was told to be admitted because we can't let her go in that state. She refused and said her kids are alone and no one to take care of them. I asked of her husband and she said he will be busy. Busy doing what, ma'am? Call him and tell him the recent development because we can't allow you step out of the hospital like that. She later said that. Okay, she kept saying her kids this and her kids that. She later said that she will come back later. I gave her a letter of consent in case. I still called at 8 p.m. She picked. When I introduced myself, she said she will manage and come later, that her husband is yet to be back. I called past 10 p.m. She didn't pick. This morning, I heard the worst news that she's late. She slept and did not wake up. Something that could have been managed, and she was aware. Money wasn't an issue because she was an HMO patient. Her only problem were her kids. Those kids will survive without her. I feel very, very sad. And yes, I would say that I felt really, really sad when I got to see this particular story. There have been a lot of reactions from people, some people faulting her that, possibly she wasn't paying enough attention to her health, because the way our society is structured, a woman gets to bend herself over, putting on the line even her health, just so that the entire family, the entire household, her kids, her husband are in a better condition. And sometimes women could be overworked, especially when they are pregnant, especially when maybe they don't feel like they need help, because there's a way the society has been structured over time to make women feel like you don't really need help. I mean, if you're getting help, if you're getting maybe a housemaid or someone to come assist you or paying for help, it means that you are not a real housewife. Some of these narratives that have been propagated to make women to look at themselves like, I am a superhero. So no matter what happens to me, I should be able to take it in. Some of the people have, faulted the husband and like, what exactly was the husband doing? That, who exactly was this husband? What was the nature of his attitude? What's his character trait? That this woman could not have said, let me even call my husband and tell him that I even have a low BP and I won't be able to make it back to the house, that he could just help me cover up with the kids. Some people saying that possibly her husband was still rallying around to ensure that the needs of the household were being met, and there was just no way her husband would leave his work to come back home to take care of the kids. And some of the people are like, well, why did she even leave her children with her neighbor? There was nothing wrong with doing that. Well, Ibinabo, what do you think about this particular incident? Because first off, the woman is dead now. The kids that she was so worried about will still have to manage life without her, and it's really sad.
Very unfortunate. We
Mm,
pray for the repose of our soul. It's
mm,
very sad. It's
mm,
very sad. There's one thing I always tell people, like I say to my children, to my siblings, I tell everyone when our discussion, goes in that direction, I
mm,
tell people, God has given you life.
mhm,
It is your responsibility to take care of it. But you see, some of us do not understand the concept of responsibility.
mm,
Sometimes when you're talking about responsibility, it is not always that which you have to do for other people
mm,
outside of you, whether your children, your husband, and everything. Even you are responsible to yourself. I mean, it is your responsibility to take care of you. If you can hardly take care of yourself, then how does anyone take care of you?
mm,
It doesn't mean you're selfish. It doesn't mean you're self-centered. All of these things have a line. They are very invisible, but you have to be smart, you have to be wise to know when you are crossing the line. You should know at what point you are putting your life on the line. But unfortunately, taking, consuming everything the society will say about you will be your bane. It will lead you to an early grave. Because a lot of times, there's some people that they will tell you, hey, I would have loved to do this thing. Yeah, it's okay to do it, but I can't do it because society will frown at it. And I look at them. Society will go on with or without you. The world will not stop rolling. It won't stop moving. We are told the world is round without you. The hand of clock will not stop ticking if you drop dead today. There is a difference between being responsible to yourself and being selfish. They are two different things. It takes a healthy person. It takes a person who is alive to take care of other people. As a mother, at some point,
Ibinabo, are you there with us? Ibinabo? Okay, so while we're still trying to restore connection with Ibn Abo this morning, let's get to hear from you on the other side of the radio. What do you think about any of the stories that we've brought forward this morning? 070917917. You can equally reach us via 0703.
level of common sense from us.
Okay, welcome back,
And that is
Ibinabo. At some point, we could not hear you, but we're glad to have you back. Okay, go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me now, Uncle?
Yes, please. We can hear you loud and clear. We can.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. So you see, what I tell people is, okay, thank you. A drastic situation beckons on drastic measures. You are pregnant, and the people who are supposed to take care of you, the medical personnel, told you that you have a low blood pressure. Yes, people will tell you low blood pressure is nothing new to a pregnant woman, this and that. But you see, when the pressure keeps going down, it will get to a point, it will stop pumping, and you are dead. So every problem that you face while you are pregnant should be immediately taken care of. You don't delay it. You do not delay it. If you are asked to stay back at the hospital, please stay back. If she couldn't call her husband, she could have called a neighbor, she could have called a sibling or a family member. Tell them you have been admitted in the hospital. They all know you are pregnant. So for the hospital, and they all know that you're not through with your term. So they know that definitely for you to be hospitalized, there is a problem. Many women are used to, not seeking for help. And then again, there are some women, they have asked for help and they have been turned down. Don't stop asking, please. Especially when it has to do with your life. Let anyone laugh at you. Let anyone make mockery of whatever you are requesting for. Life has no duplicate. Once you have lost it, it is gone forever. So we have to carefully and deliberately protect this life that God has given to us. Because some people will say, why didn't the hospital insist?
That she shouldn't
She's
go
not
home.
a criminal. She's not a criminal. The hospital is not a detention place. So she probably told them that she was going to go home, put things in order, and return. Of course, they will let her go. But she never returned. Don't take your life with levity. I know that as a pregnant woman, your body will be going through a lot of changes. Like some people, once they are pregnant, they lose appetite. They can't even eat. And you need to eat to stay healthy. They can't swallow a lot of things. You need, some people, when they are pregnant, the doctors would have prescribed or given them medications to take, multivitamins and all of that to take to enhance what they have already in their body so that they can live healthy while pregnant. But because of the state of their body and everything, they can't even take these multivitamins. And this would, you see, a lot of things are going on in your body. There is a living being that is pressing on every organ in your body. So you will experience low blood pressure, which they call hypotension. So there are some things they teach in the hospitals. They will tell you, you consistently clench your fist. When you are feeling very weak, you consistently clench your fist. Clench it consistently. You can even, if you can clench your buttocks, you squeeze your buttocks and all of that. They teach a lot of things. You take a lot of fluid, better still water, so that you don't get dehydrated. But the way this woman, I don't want to judge her, but she seemed a person who would take care of everybody and forget her own self, which is not the best. I love taking care of people. I love looking out for people. But while doing that, I cannot forget myself, because I have to be hale and hearty to reach out to other people, to assist people. If I want to lift you up from where you are seated, I cannot do that while I'm weak. I have to have some strength in me to do that. So please, and I want to tell neighbors, I want to plead with siblings, in-laws, pregnancy is a journey that shouldn't be walked alone by the pregnant woman. She needs assistance, even if she's not asking for. Offer to assist. And please, husbands, see, there are some men, they will tell you, is it on your stomach? Are you pregnant in your hand or in your leg? I mean, it is simple common sense. Overfeed yourself and tell the world the inconveniences. Eating is good, but overfeed yourself and see how uncomfortable you will feel. Then now, imagine a pregnant woman who, for the next 9 months, will continue to carry a baby in her womb. And this baby grows by the second. So a pregnant woman needs all the help she can get. Emotionally, everything. Physically, she needs assistance. She cannot continue with the regular house chores. She needs assistance. You need to, as a husband, you need to stay by your wife and make sure she takes her medications and multivitamins. Some women don't, like me. A miracle. God help me. I don't sabi take drug. I will carry my money, buy multivitamins. The multivitamin go rotting for where it be. So what do? I involve my children. I tell them, please always remind me. Make sure, be my mommy, be my daddy. Make sure I take this thing. And it becomes fun. I'll just place it on the dining. So my youngest is always, in fact, somebody says she's my tail. I say, God forbid. She's a human being of our own. Mommy, have you taken this? Mommy, are you sure you drank enough water? I say, I did. So you see, you need people around you. Children are very, very inquisitive. They want to know, have you done this? Especially if you give them a responsibility,
Yes.
then go overdo. So we need to apply everything around you to help you. Please, pregnancy. That is why in Yoruba land, when a woman gives birth, they greet her Eku. Ewu is danger. Like, congratulations, you're out of danger. You just walked through danger and you came out of it unscathed. Please, let us help ourselves by reaching out, by asking for help. It doesn't mean you are lazy. Please.
Well, thank you very much, Ibinabo. Really, you said a whole lot, and I think you did touch on things I wanted to say as well. The fact that, a woman carries a pregnancy, but it's not just her carrying that pregnancy, it's an entire world on its own. It's another human. She's managing her body, managing the cravings of the baby as well. So all hands must be on deck. The husband must be there at least to know exactly what's going on, and husbands should be a safe place for their wives. Please, your wife should be comfortable enough to tell you how she's feeling, and you should be open also to get to listen to her, to learn about her, because that would most likely not be her first pregnancy. So you get to be that companion where she gets to tell our baby, this happened in our first pregnancy. And yes, it's not her pregnancy, it's both of you's pregnancy, is our pregnancy. I hope that we've been able to pick one or two, even though this one had to come off, the death of that pregnant woman. And I hope that more women, whether you're pregnant or not, you get to seek help, you get to seek assistance, because sometimes, most of the time, the responsibilities can be so much and you may not be attentive to your health. So let's also make it a priority to put our health first place. Thank you so much, Ibinabo Dixon, for joining in this morning.
It's a pleasure to be
right.
on Panorama always. Thank you.
Always. And have a wonderful day ahead. And thank you to you on the other side of the radio. This is Women Radio 91.7. It's a pleasure to always be here. My name is Miracle Phillip. Do have a wonderful day. Radio Doctor is up next. Stay tuned.
To sponsor this program, call the number 0816 480 7613.
Are you a business owner looking for a fun-filled event to showcase your products and services? The Women Radio Children's Day Fun Fair is the right place for you. Book a stand for as low as 20,000 naira. Venue, Funktop Schools, 2122, Journalist Estate Road, Avrepo, Ogun State. Date, 27 May 2024. Time, 10 a.m. For more inquiries, please call 0905 555 8668 or 806 009 2137 or 0816 006 5673. Let's celebrate Children's Day together.
The Women Radio membership, they connect you with other market women, the ones who get their own business, students, or women where they stay house, even farmers and pensioners for the 36 states of Nigeria. As a Women Radio member, we go to promote your business for radio. You fit win better prizes, and you fit even come our event. Just go download the Women Radio app today, make you hear yourself for radio. You fit go register free on top WFM917.com, and make sure say you join the Facebook Women Radio membership group. The Women Radio membership gets support from MacArthur Foundation and Nigeria Media Innovation Program, NAMI.
In the name of Jesus.
The Ignite Intercessors Ministry invites you to our Lagos prayer meeting. The host is Prophet Olabisi Adamu. Venue, Ballroom Federal Palace Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. Date, Friday, 26th of April, 2024. Time, 4 p.m. Free buses are available at Yaba, Ojuelegba, Bagada, Maryland, Ogba, Moe, Ibafo, Abulegba, Egbeda, Motorways, Magodo, Ikorodu, Shongotedo, Lekki, Aja, Festac, and Isolo. Pickup time is 12:30 p.m. For free buses, call Pastor Timmy on 014-252-4811. The Ignite Lagos Prayer Meeting, Friday, 26th of April, 2024, at the Ballroom Federal Palace Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos, by 4 p.m.
The Lord will keep you. The Lord will protect you. The Lord will guide you. The Lord will watch over you in your